Hello friends, welcome back to our channel.
So today we are discussing the CBSE Class 12 Chemistry Question Paper 2026. So we are discussing the first set. So first what you have to do, we will go into the Google Chrome and then we will search for the cbseboardonline.com, cbseboardonline.com. So here we go, CBSE board. We will go into the class 12 tab. Here we are having the ad. Class 12 question paper, final exam paper. Then we will have the paper of chemistry. We will search for the chemistry subject here. This is the first set we are going to solve. Okay, so first we will download this paper. वेलकम बैक टू आवर चैनल, वेलकम टू A to Z सब्जेक्ट्स। सो आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे केमिस्ट्री का 12th क्लास का पेपर, जिसमें हमारा जो सब्जेक्ट कोड है वो है 56/5/1, दैट इज़ केमिस्ट्री पेपर। सो ये पेपर हमको cbseboardonline.com से मिला है। आप लोग सब जानते ही हैं cbseboardonline.com ये साइट है जिसमें सारे बोर्ड के क्वेश्चन पेपर अवेलेबल हैं, तो आप इस साइट को चेक कर सकते हैं। Okay, so we'll be talking about section A. Which of the reactions is used in the conversion of ketone into hydrocarbon? Which reaction is used for conversion of ketone into hydrocarbon? The answer is Wolff-Kishner reduction. Why not Riemer-Tiemann aldol condensation Stephan reaction? Because the Riemer-Tiemann reaction produces salicyl aldehyde from phenol. Aldol condensation forms B-hydroxycarbonyl compounds. Stephan reaction reduces nitriles to aldehydes. So the answer is Wolff-Kishner reduction. Which of the following reagents are used to prepare primary amines by Hofmann-bromamide degradation reaction? So which of the following reagents are used? The reagents are used are first and third, that is RCO, NH2 and Br2. Okay, so first item, when it reacts with Br2 in an aqueous solution or ethanolic solution of sodium hydroxide, that is NaOH, it yields item 1. It yields a primary amine containing one carbon atom less than the parent amide. Because item 2 is in the organic substrate itself, the chemical reagents explicitly added to carry out the transformation are NaOH and Br2. So that is the first and third. Okay. So the major product of carbylamine reaction is isocyanate. The major product of carbylamine reaction is isocyanate. This is also called Hofmann isocyanate test. It is a characteristic test for aliphatic and aromatic amines. So when a primary amine is heated with chloroform CHCl3 and ethanolic potassium hydroxide KOH, it forms a foul smelling alkyl isocyanate carbylamine represented as RMC. Okay, so next question, actinoids show larger number of oxidation states. Why? Due to the comparable energies of 5f, 6d and 7s orbitals. Why? Because actinides show a wider variety of oxidation states compared to lanthanoids, because the energy difference between the 5f, 6d and 7s subcells is exceptionally small. Consequently, electrons from all three of these outer shells can take part in chemical bond formation. Okay, so consider this reaction. What are the products A and B? What are the products A and B? The products are, A is CH3I and B is NaCl. This is the classic Finkelstein reaction and halogen exchange method used to synthesize alkyl iodides. Alkyl chlorides, all bromides, are treated with sodium iodide, that is NaI, in dry acetone. When it is treated with NaI in dry acetone, NaCl or NaBr precipitates out in dry acetone because they are less soluble in it, driving the reaction forward according to Lee-Chatterley's principle. Okay, so this is the Finkelstein reaction and a halogen exchange method. This is a halogen exchange method. Okay, so what is the halogen exchange method? CH3Cl plus NaI, when it is treated in dry acetone, it produces CH3I and B compound is NaCl. Okay. The correct formula of Hinsberg reagent is B, C6H5SO2Cl. It is B. It is A. It is D. Okay. So half-life of a first order reaction is 1386S. The value of rate constant is, what is the value of rate constant? The value of rate constant is B, 5 into 10 to the power minus 4 per second. For a first order chemical reaction, T 1 by 2 is 0.693 K. Rearranging the formula to find K is equal to 0.693 by T half. What is the value of T half? T half is 1386. 0.693 upon 1386, that is equal to 5 into 10 to the power minus 4 per second. So this is the value of the rate constant and the answer is B. Okay, now we will go to the question number 8. Which of the following ligands form a chelate complex? Oxalate ion. The answer is oxalate ion. A chelate complex is formed when a didentate or a polydentate ligand, ligand binds to a single central metal ion atom through two or more donor atoms simultaneously, forming a stable ring structure, and the oxalate ion is C2O4 2-, is the didentate ligand capable of coordinating via two oxygen atoms, whereas ammonia, NH3, water and nitrate are monodentate ligands. Okay. Then question number 9. Primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols can be distinguished by Lucas test. The Lucas test utilizes Lucas reagent, a mixture of HCl and anhydrous ZnCl2. That is a Lucas reagent to classify the alcohol based on the speed at which they form insoluble alkyl chlorides turbidity. Tertiary alcohol produce immediate turbidity and secondary alcohols produce turbidity within 5 minutes. So primary alcohol do not produce any turbidity at room temperature without heating. So Lucas reagent is the fastest test to distinguish the primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol, and it is a mixture of HCl and ZnCl2. Okay. Consider the following compounds. Next question. The correct increasing order of the above compounds on the basis of their strength is, so the answer is A, C6H5NH2, NH3, then C6H5CH2NH2, then C2H5NH2, then C2H5 whole twice NH. So aniline is the weakest base. It is the weakest base because it has the lone pair on the nitrogen atom is delocalized into the benzene ring due to resonance, making it less available for protonation. Then NH3 lacks the electron donating groups but does not experience resonance based lone pair. Then C6H5 CH2 benzylamine is stronger than ammonia because the CH2 group prevents the nitrogen lone pair from entering resonance with the ring. Then aliphatic amines are the stronger bases due to the electron donating inductive effect. And the most basic is C2H5 whole twice NH. Okay, so this is the order. So A is the answer. Identify the polysaccharide among the following. So who is the polysaccharide? The cellulose is the polysaccharide. Okay, why cellulose is the polysaccharide? Cellulose is a complex polysaccharide made up of thousands of beta D-glucose units joined by glycosidic linkages, and glucose and fructose are monosaccharide and maltose is a disaccharide. Glucose and fructose are monosaccharides and maltose is a disaccharide, and it is a polysaccharide. Cellulose is a complex polysaccharide. Okay, so 12th question, the polypeptide chain in a protein has amino acids linked with each other in a specific sequence. This specific sequence is called the primary structure of protein. The sequence is called the primary structure of protein. The linear specific sequential arrangement of amino acid along a polypeptide chain held together by a covalent peptide bond defines the primary structure of protein. Okay, so that linear specific sequential arrangement of amino acid along with a polypeptide chain by covalent peptide bonds define the primary structure of a protein. Okay, the assertion based questions from 13 to 16. So first question is, D plus is a glucose dextrorotatory in nature. So what is the answer? Plus represents dextrorotatory nature and D represents the configuration. The reason is the plus represents the dextrorotatory nature and D represents the configuration. So answer is B. Both assertion and reason are true, but reason R is not the correct explanation. Both statements are scientifically, so answer is B here. Both statements are scientifically true. D plus minus glucose spin plane polarized light to the right dextrorotatory represented by the plus sign, and D denotes its relative structural configuration relative to D-glyceraldehyde, the OH on the lowest chiral carbon points to the right. However, the reason statement does not explain why glucose is dextrorotatory. Okay. The optical rotation properties are determined experimentally, not just by nomenclature labels. So therefore the answer is B. Highest oxidation state of Mn is +7 in first series of transition element. Transition metals exhibit variable oxidation state. Again, both are true, but the reason is not the correct explanation. B is the right answer again. Because manganese has a maximum number of unpaired valence electron, that is 3d54s2 in the 3d series, allowing it to reach a maximum oxidation of state of +7. Okay, so it is also completely accurate that transition metals exhibit variable oxidation state due to the participation of both N-1d and Ns electron. However, the fact that transition metals show variable state does not explicitly pinpoint or explain why manganese specifically caps out at +7. So B is the right answer here. Then 15. P-nitrophenol is more acidic than phenol, and nitro group is an electron withdrawing group. It stabilizes phenoxide ion by dispersal of negative charge. Both statements are true and R is the right explanation of A. So this is the right answer. The nitro group attached, NO2 group attached at the para position is a powerful electron withdrawing group, via both resonance R effect and inductive I effect pathways. When P nitrophenol loses a proton, the resulting P nitrophenoxide ion is structurally stabilized because the negative charge is delocalized into the nitro group, making P nitrophenol a stronger acid than unsubstituted phenol. Okay, so A is the right answer here. Then all aliphatic aldehydes give a positive Fehling test, and aliphatic aldehydes are reduced by Fehling reagent. A is true, but B reason R is false. Okay, the assertion statement is correct. All aliphatic aldehydes easily reduce Fehling solution to form a red precipitate of Cu2O, cuprous oxide. However, the reason contains faulty chemistry terminology. During this process, aliphatic aldehydes are oxidized to carboxylic acids, while the Fehling reagents Cu2 positive ions is the component being reduced to Cu plus. So the answer is C. A is true but R is false. So that's all for this set. That is 56/5/1. तो ये था आज का सॉल्यूशन, और आप इस सॉल्यूशन को देख के बताएं कि ये आपको कैसा लगा। तब तक आप बने रहें A2ZSubjects.com के साथ और CBSE Board Online.com। ठीक है, थैंक यू।